Hello everyone! We all know that every person in this world has some kind of life hack or uses simple homemade inventions that make their life easier. However, there are many people who spend their life creating unique tools and machines while using the most regular materials and products. You will be stunned after watching this video. Today, you will see the most ingenious selection of homemade crafts from the different corners of our planet. Keep your eyes glued on the screen. Why would you spend a lot of money on expensive pavement if it can be made with a homemade device? Several improvised bricks were welded into a small structure. Just take it and create the pavement. That's what we call cheap and cheerful. We have already seen people using horses to perform various types of agricultural work. But creating a treadmill for a horse to operate a device instead of using electricity is something new. As they say, one has to sing for his supper. These men apparently decided to combine business with pleasure. They started cooking their own dinner right during the work process. Well, why not? We need to remember their great idea for the future. Judging by the video, this huge and heavy device really cuts wood perfectly, but its weight and dimensions definitely spoil the whole picture.
Holy crap, that's gonna be heavy.
Where did you put the hammer or screwdriver? Stop bothering yourself with this. This is an original solution to this issue. Take a look at a very convenient metal organizer. It is affordable and can be crafted with your own hands. It's hard to say why this master decided to attach such a metal circle to his car, but apparently the idea turned out to be remarkably successful for him. We would also like to understand why this round part of the vehicle is needed. It was genuinely nice of the owners to take care of their pets. They gave him real entertainment by creating this unique ascending and descending mechanism. And why would he use his paws? Just enter it and take a ride. I am 100% sure that you have never seen this anywhere else. Man invented a simply amazing way of transportation on rails. He took a pallet and used it to move around. How did I not think of this myself? By using such an innovative jack for the car, it is much easier to repair it, especially if you understand the construction of your car. Now, there is certainly no need to take the vehicle to the service station. Everything can be done on your own. Do you want an automatic gate opening system for your home? Now you don't have to spend a lot of money on it. You can make it yourself. Are you interested in how? It's going to be more difficult to find the author of this device. Do you hate the beginning of spring? Don't you want to go to the garden and dig up the beds? I have some good news for you. An amazing solution to this problem has been found. It is enough just to find a part of an old bicycle and use your imagination. People are able to find different ways of entertaining. This guy has made an amazing device that can be used to safely go to the frozen river and have a great time. Don't you know how to cut a long bar of wood quickly and efficiently? Now it's very easy to do. You don't even have to strain yourself. Rotate the handle and that's it. It's convenient, isn't it? This video is dedicated to all lovers of beauty, namely craftsmen and builders who like to be creative in their work. Just look at how cool this fence looks. As you can see, all you need is imagination, and you can create something utterly unique and inimitable. When you're expecting a large number of guests to visit, usually the issue of cooking enough meat becomes very acute. How can you cook many portions of delicious meat at the same time for everyone? It's a difficult question, but it has been solved. With the help of such a homemade device, you will definitely feed all the guests on time. Sawing wood by hand is not popular anymore. There are many new and interesting ways of cutting wood nowadays. Look at the screen, and you may want to create similar devices at home. And there is another original way of cutting a large piece of wood, but you will need an old car and a little more time to use it. And if you don't have a car, then an old metal blade is quite suitable. All you have to do is solder a special cone-shaped nozzle that will easily divide your log in half. And finally, one more mechanism. This one was invented on the basis of a large spring. However, here you will have to work a little. At the same time, you don't have to use an axe. And in case if you need to make an absolutely smooth cutting of wood, then such a homemade construction will help. Why are you surprised? It looks genuinely nice, and most importantly, it does its job. Have you ever wondered how much effort and time it takes to peel corn to create popcorn? It won't take a lot of time in a factory, but manually, this process would take too much time. Therefore, the masters of homemade crafts come up with these kinds of devices. Of course, it is possible to cut a huge number of branches for firewood, but it is exceedingly difficult. Back pain and calluses on your hands will definitely become a problem. But if you use your brain, you can create a machine that will cope with a huge amount of work in a matter of minutes. If you have a private home, you know how difficult it is to deal with the ever-growing grass and weeds. But now, there is a way to solve this problem. This master has come up with an amazing invention that uproots the weeds in a matter of seconds. Just take a look at it. Starting from now, you no longer need to swing a hammer while being scared to hit your fingers. As it turned out, you can make an interesting device that will work for you. All you have to do is to turn the handle to enjoy the process. And here's another good example of how you can quickly cut a huge piece of wood in no time. Just think about how an ordinary homemade tool can make life easier and save a lot of time. It is difficult to say for sure what the author of this homemade product was going to do with them and why he used this particular form, but we must admit that such a hammer looks very spectacular. If you do not have a couple of huskies and you really want to experience vivid emotions from such entertainment, then there's a way to solve this situation for you. This is a unique homemade snowmobile. Use some imagination and your dreams will come true. Not everyone will agree to take a ride in such a strange car, and this guy does not want to think about who and what will say about him. He absolutely does not care if somebody suddenly says that his vehicle does not look fashionable. It moves and allows you to drive around without walking on foot. And now you can see a real monster of the automotive homemade industry. It's a joke. I hope you got it. At the same time, this car looks powerful on tracked tank base. By using such a car, it will be possible to pass even the most difficult sections of the road. And here are some more interesting options from the same story. Would you like to own such a car? Share your opinions in the comments below. And if you don't want to work at all, here's a bicycle for lazy people. What a great new invention! You will only need to fill up the fuel and you can enjoy the ride. If a lot of snow falls regularly at your region and you have no desire or strength to clear it with a shovel, then you definitely need to have the following inventions. Don't remember to write the information about it down: minimum effort and maximum benefits. Each of you has played tanks on the console as a child. It seemed that everyone played it, both boys and girls. But this guy never got out of that age and decided to create a similar vehicle with his own hands. What a great job! However, the dimensions are too small. And then this man went even further and decided to create a completely unique means of transportation. He put together the elements of an old metal boat and car wheels with a frame. I wonder will he be able to go on it? What will other people say? We have already seen vehicles with unique devices for processing wood, and these guys have come up with something completely new. Their homemade equipment is capable of cutting huge pieces of wood into many pieces at once. What a convenient device, especially if you stock up on firewood for the winter. I don't know how convenient and effective such a device can be, but its author is clearly enjoying the process. It resembles something like a crane and an excavator at the same time. However, it seems a bit useless. Now, it is rare to see river tramways in our rivers, and it used to be very fashionable. The creator of this unique device wanted to turn back time. Harvesting with an ordinary scythe is always difficult. In addition, it requires time, but only if you do it manually. This guy decided to make himself an interesting tool that significantly reduces time and saves energy. Some people buy drones and enjoy amazing flights. At the same time, many people prefer building them on their own. It looks like a tiny UFO, which is very impressive. Sometimes, even peeling one corn to enjoy sweet buns is not an easy task. And what to do if you have to process thousands of them? In such a case, homemade inventions can solve the issue while significantly improving the process. This man came up with a remarkably interesting and unusual device that looks like a helicopter. Even though it looks attractive, the vehicle can't take its pilot high in the sky, and it would be nice. This tool can hardly be called automatic since it does not work from electricity and it does not need any power. At the same time, your hands are free and it saves a lot of time. And here's another device for lazy people. Here's a great life hack. Just install a motor on the bike and get an amazing vehicle. So, are you ready for a ride? Our next hero decided to transform into a bat or some cool superhero. How else can you explain such a strange invention? The device can be fixed on the ceiling, but it looks like it's not the easiest task in the world. The worst nightmare for every driver is the moment when the car is broken and has some engine issues. This guy found a way to create an engine. Just call him a genius. He managed to install a crank engine in an old car. And it was successful, as you can see. What an impressive invention!